Move on to our next coach this morning, the head coach of the Kennesaw State Owls, Coach Brian Bohannon. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning, Mark.
KSU now 2-0 with the following 58-7 win over Edward Waters. Back home again on Saturday against Shorter. We're going to talk about the victory over PWC, and then we'll start taking questions and talking about Saturday's opponent.
Well, obviously, we're excited about being 2-0 and having a chance to play in front of our home crowd. There was close to 10,000 people. Student section was unbelievable. It was just an unbelievable environment, and I know our kids were unbelievably excited about playing and having the opportunity to go play the game in front of our home crowd for the first time in the history of the school. And I was really pleased with the way our team came out and played. Defensively, we were flying around, creating turnovers. Obviously, we had 2 touchdowns on defense, on fumbles, forced fumbles, and scooping scores, and hit some big plays early in the game. Kind of got out of hand, but I like the energy with the way our football team came out with the energy and effort and enthusiasm and flying around. That was really positive.
This time we'll start taking questions for Kennesaw State head coach Brian Bohannon. To ask your question, please press star one on your phone at any time, or click the Q&A link near the top of your browser and click raise hand if you join us via the web. And while questions are coming in, if you can talk about Shorter, your opponent on Saturday, Coach, what have you seen so far?
Well, I'll tell you, they're a team coming in that's got all 11 starters back on defense, all juniors and seniors. Their safeties, the 2014 Gulf South Conference Player of the Year. They got 2 other guys that were first team and second team Gulf South Conference players. So we got our hands full. They're awfully experienced on defense. On offense, they run the option, and their fullback's their guy. He had a 77-yard touchdown against Carson Newman last weekend. So it's going to be a challenge for us. Plus, it's right in our backyard. I mean, Shorter's an hour from us, so a lot of in-state kids. So there'll be a lot going on. It's another great challenge for our program, our young program, and another opportunity to play at home.
All right, Coach, we'll now move the questions for you. And our first question is from Damian Sorlett from the Lynchburg News in Advance. Go ahead, Damian.
Coach, good morning. How are you?
Hey, Damien. How you doing?
Doing well. I wanted to go back to the opener. You talked about the energy and the way you liked your team coming out. Did it help that the kids had the extra days with the Thursday game against ETSU to absorb that and then get ready for your home opener, so that way they're not spending too much time on it. They give themselves enough time and then build on that. Like you said, you wiped the board clean after that first win and then got ready for Edward Waters.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. I mean, we didn't talk a lot about it. I gave them after the Thursday night game, we got back about 4 a.m. Friday morning, and I gave them Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. And then when they came back in Monday morning, we corrected the mistakes. And again, when you got a young football team, you're teaching them how to handle success, how to handle adversity, how to handle failure. You're trying to teach them how to handle everything. And we watched the tape, we made the corrections, and I said, guys, I don't want to hear another word about it. And the great thing is they had some extra days to enjoy it, and they should have. But in this game, win, lose, or draw, you gotta take it all in and move to the next one. And that was our message last week. And it's the first game week our kids have ever been a part of. So last week was a really tough week. They didn't really know what to expect, what was going to happen. So from a practice perspective, it was a tough week because it was all new to them.
And with the way you have the emotions running before a home opener, were you pleased to see the way they channeled it into the game instead of getting too hyped where they're, kind of going all over the place and maybe making mistakes that you typically wouldn't see if you're playing under control?
They've done a great job of that. I got to give our kids a lot of credit. And we talk all the time about don't let the circumstances affect the job you have at hand. And we've had a lot of circumstances, and they're not bad circumstances. They're just it's stuff that goes with it. And obviously we had more at home than we did on our first game, just because you're at home. But I thought they did a nice job. They didn't let any of that distract them. They came ready to play defensively. Early on, we flew around exceptionally well. I was pleased defensively just with our effort and the way we were flying to the football, and it created some big plays. But every week's a new challenge, and we got to get our emotions back together and build it back up for Shorter this weekend.
could you have envisioned a better start for this team? Especially getting their, I guess, their wits about them with what a game week's like and getting prepared for the game, playing the game, and then turning around and now realizing we have to move past that win and now focus on the next task at hand.
Well, like I said, it's a learning process, but I tell you what, it's much easier to correct and coach them hard when they win versus when they lose. So we felt good that we've won, but we've made a lot of mistakes, and we're able to coach it and teach it and help educate them on what the process is and how we go about our business. And they've done a good job of that so far. But like I said, every week's a new week and a new challenge, and hopefully they can get ready to play this week as well.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Damien.
Thanks, Damien. Coach, I just got a couple questions to wrap up with you, too. One is you've used a ton of running backs, the rushers. Is that based on how the game's going, or is this where we're going to see the looks like about 10 different guys getting handoffs, and are you starting to develop more of your core players on the both skill positions on either side of the ball?
Well, I think from a running back perspective, obviously we run the football, and there's going to be, at any given time, there's 4 guys in the backfield, that can have the ball depending on, it's usually what the defense is giving us. We're still developing. We're still young, and so we're still trying to get everything tied in together where we got all 11 hats going in the right direction. We've been fortunate some of our skilled kids have made some plays. But yeah, I mean, we play as many guys as we feel like can give us a chance to win. Obviously with a young team, you need to play more simply because to go play a full game is a challenge for a young football team. So if the talent level will let us, we've been able to sub guys and get guys a lot of reps. And I think as we go through the season, Mark, we'll develop who those guys are that got to play more than others. But, our guys are still learning how to play a full game.
All right. Well, that's all the questions we have for you. So we're going to let you go. But thanks for your time this morning. Enjoy the 2-0 start, and good luck Saturday against Shorter.
Okay. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Coach.